Hello and welcome to today's episode of Lead with a Vision. Today's topic will be a panel discussion about how the Leo Club program works in different countries and areas. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce everyone that we have today. First, we have Leo Deborah Herlan of Germany. She says that being a Leo has taught her leadership skills and made her a global citizen, as she's been able to meet and visit Leo and Lion friends from all over the world. As a panelist, she's excited to present the work of the panel at all conventions throughout Europe and establish transparency for Leos. Leo Deborah serves as the chairperson of the Leo Club Program Advisory Panel. Next, we have Leo Lion Wilson T. Chadzamira. Leo Lion Wilson of Zimbabwe is a charismatic representative of Lions International, joining Leos in 2002 and becoming a Leo Lion in 2008. Describing Leos as a lifestyle, his experience from serving in his community and working with others has shaped him into a better person and leader. On the panel, he's looking forward to creating resources and relationships with the other panelists and members of CA8. Leo Lion Wilson serves as the co-chairperson of the panel's Membership Experience Committee. Next, we have Leo Lion Fernando Plachicoff, Rohner. Leo Lion Fernando of Uruguay became a Leo when he was 13 years old and has not stopped serving since. Now, as a Lions member, he looks forward to giving others the same experiences he had and improve the Leo Club program. Speaking 3 languages fluently, as a panelist, he is looking forward to connecting with Leos everywhere, share experiences, and learn from the other panel members. And finally, we have Leo Lion Ojas Chitnis of New Jersey, USA. He is a globally connected Leo leader. Having attended numerous international events since becoming a Leo in 2015, he has gained a global perspective and has worked alongside leaders from across the world. In addition to being a member of our club, Leo Lion Ojas is the chairperson of the panel's Membership Experience Committee. So let's get started with the questions. How did you first get involved with the Leo Club program, and how did you find out about the Leo Advisory Panel?
I think we may want to pose this first to Wilson, who has, I think, the most experience with being a Leo.
Okay, sure. Thank you very much, Leo Ojas, and thank you very much, Leo Ivanka, for the introductions. For me, when we started being a Leo, I think I started being a Leo since 2002, while I was in high school. Then, how did I know about the program? Well, it was through the Lions Club International, Lions Club, one of our Lions Club, very active Lions Club of Redcliffe, which came to our school and started training about leadership. And then I was mainly interested about joining the club, mainly to be a leader in the future. So as we moved through the years, we then learned that being a Leo is not only about leadership. There is also an issue to do with experience and some opportunities, a number of opportunities that comes along with the brand. So I started in 2002, and it was through the Lions Club International. I think that's my summation.
Okay, how about Leo Lion Deborah? Anything to say?
Yes, I started my Leo journey 10 years ago, actually, and I was living in the United States. And on my way to school, I was passing with a school bus a Lions Clubhouse, and I was really intrigued by the logo. And so I did some research, like what is Lions Club doing? I was actually approached from my high school by the Key Club, but then I decided to join the Leo Club because I heard so great, wonderful things about it. And yeah, I never regretted it.
Oh, okay. How about Leo Fernando?
Yeah, so I started in my Leo club in 2004. Actually, my sister was part of a Leo club in my hometown, Fray Bentos. And when she moved to another city, the club was like needing some more new members. And so I get into it. Then in 2007, I moved to Montevideo, our capital city, to start studying university. And then so I transferred to my current Leo Lions Club, Montevideo and Sina, and that's where I've been through all these years.
Okay, and Leo and Ojas?
So I think, first of all, Deborah, I think we're all very glad that the Key Club couldn't reel you in. I think we're all very fortunate that you joined a Leo Club. I think my experience may be slightly different. I'd like to say that me joining Leo Club was not a choice, but me staying was. As many of you know, my father, PCC Mahesh, is a proud former Leo, having joined almost 30 years to the day of when I became a Leo in 2015. So I started my Leo Club in 2015. I had wanted to join Leos for a very, very long time before that, about 5 years, but I was always too young. So when the opportunity presented itself to charter a Leo Club in my hometown, I jumped at the opportunity, and truly I haven't looked back since. And I'd say one thing that's very interesting about the Leo Club program is even though we have all these titles, we have many distinguished leaders, they're also approachable. So I remember one experience in the 2017 convention, which was in Chicago. I had the absolute privilege of meeting several of our current Leo advisory panelists back then, and they were all so approachable. All the work they were doing was so inspiring for me, and that's how I wanted to get involved with the Leo panel, because I saw the impact that they were having on our members and our association, and I wanted to be a part of that.
Oh, okay. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. What makes your district, multiple district, or county unique within Lionism or Leoism? Are there any unique traditions or events that you hold? How about Leo, Deborah?
Yes, I would like to talk actually about our constitutional area for Europe. We have some really unique structure there. Some of you have heard about the international liaison officers. It's basically a minister of foreign affairs for each country. So Europe is really diverse. We have a lot of cultures and also a lot of different languages. And what the international liaison officers are doing is trying to connect them on events, like we are visiting each other's national conventions. But also we have really great programs like Leo Talkie, which helps to connect language wisely. So for instance, I'm from Germany and I would like to learn some Italian, and there's an Italian Leo who likes to learn some German. We are like interconnecting so that we help each other to learn the languages. We also have some really great twinning clubs within Europe. So this is really unique. And I'm so happy that since I was on the International Liaison Board years ago, we decided to include also the panelists. So this is also why I became interested in the panel work. So panelists are always included in the International Liaison Officer Council. And what some really funny thing is in my country, in Germany, so for each national convention or for each seminar, like national seminar, we have, Leos always sleep in gyms. So we have big slumber parties for each national convention, and this is really unique. And there's a very German song which is played at 7 a.m. in the morning to wake them up. But yeah, I think every German dreads this song, but this is a really unique tradition from our country.
That's great. Leo and Fernando?
Yeah, so I'm from Uruguay, a pretty small country. We are 3.5 million people here, and we do have three simple districts. The curiosity about our multiple district is that the three simple districts connect at our capital city. So you can be in some part of the city and be in one district, and maybe move a couple blocks further and you are in different district. And so that makes it that our capital city is actually like a center for the Leoism of Uruguay, and that's why our multiple districts always work in Montevideo, which is our capital city. And since we all have to move here to study because of our country being so small, usually we have all the Omega Leos here centered in the capital city. And about special events and such, we do have, as Leos here in Uruguay, our own Olympic Games, which the Leos from each club compete each other in, not in like, I don't know, difficult sports, but maybe sometimes we have some card games, and then we have football and handball and all that. And yeah, and it's a fun weekend where Leos from all over Uruguay can get together and have fun.
Okay, and Leo Lion Wilson.
Thank you very much, Leo Ivanka. Well, for me, I'm a bit different from Leo Fernando's place. I'm from Zimbabwe in Africa, southern African part. Our district, multiple district now, doesn't comprise of cities, but it comprises now of countries. We have 4 countries in our multiple district, so it's quite unique in our area, being consisting countries like Botswana, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, and Malawi. These are 4 countries, and then they're divided into 2 single districts, where the other 2 countries like Malawi and Mozambique are single district 1, and then the other 2 countries, my country, that's Zimbabwe and Botswana, is part of the single district 412A. So with that now, before we split into a multiple district, we had in terms of the unique traditions, we believed as Leo as a lifestyle. So when we believe there's Leo as a lifestyle, what we do in Zimbabwe, what we do in Botswana, what we do in Zambia, what we do in Malawi, it's still the same. In terms of serving, we do serve. So in terms of occasions, we do have occasions that we have what we call office council meeting, first and second council meeting, and then we also have our conferences and conventions. Just like what Leo Deborah has highlighted, we always look forward to meet each other, to have more interactions. So in terms of traditions, different languages will be coming through, but we will be people of the same nature. So one of the greatest events that we always look forward to attend to, one of our conventions is, or in terms of uniqueness, is that after each and every, when we close our events, we also close with a formal dinner, and then after that we also close with our theme, where Leo means leadership, experience, and opportunity. But for ourselves this year, we highlight that Leo means also let's enjoy ourselves. We also have party, we meet together, we have more of a social, so that we bond we are bonding together and have a great spirit of teamwork. That's me on our end. Thank you.
Okay, and Leo Lion Ojas.
As many of you may know, here in New Jersey, we're celebrating 100 years of service. In December 2020, we celebrated the chartering of the first Lions Club in New Jersey, in Camden, New Jersey, which is in the south part. And another thing that's very interesting about our multiple district is that our District 16, when it was first established, encompassed the entire Northeast. Ourselves, New Jersey, New York, and all of New England was part of this one District 16. Since then, we've lost all of them. They've become multiple district 20, 33, 23, and etc. But one thing that's very unique about us New Jersey Lions, which I hope that we get back one day, is that many of you may know our state colors are beige and blue, which come from the Continental Army uniforms. So our Lions uniform used to consist of a very bold beige jacket, which I think is something that we've lost in the last few years, but hopefully we can bring it back in a more stylized form.
Okay, next question. What successful practices have you seen that help Leos work together in your area of the globe? Leo Fernando?
Yeah, so at least here in Uruguay, we tend to work together between districts. And that's why we plan to do like campaigns for all the country. And that's something that has made our Leos from all over the country work together for the same objective. But if you're speaking about our area, for example, CA3, here, South America, Mexico, and the Caribbean, we are right now, as we speak, forming or making stronger GAT team, which is trying to unify all our countries from South America and our area. So we do have some committees about marketing and trying to make this bigger through social media. We are having more trainings with people from all the countries in our area, trying to instruct more leaders to make this happen. So we are right now in a process of making all our area work together for the same objective. And a way to do it is basically just starting, and everybody should try to work together with someone else. As Wilson said, our Leo name speaks of experience and opportunities, and it shouldn't be like something we are compliant to do, but something we enjoy doing. So one of the greatest experience of this program is to work together with Leos from all over the world and from our country as well. So that's something that we should look up to doing, like working with everybody in the club.
Okay. Would anyone else like to answer?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Maybe just to add on what Lea Fernando has highlighted. One of the other things that we also saw, especially in my area that is in our district, we also need to have a good leadership structure, especially for our Leos. That is the Leo district president and all the other supporting officers that work with the Leos. So at the beginning of the year, each year when we start, after the convention, after the elective conferences have happened, the leadership, that is the Leo district president and his or her team, managed to have to plan for what they call a board retreat or a cabinet retreat workshop, where only the district officers have to go for a retreat together with their Leo advisor and their Leo district chairperson for the whole of the weekends together. They're planning strategically for the whole year, and then also trying to learn from past experiences from the other Leo district presidents. Past Leo district presidents will also be in present for the meeting. So that also assists with bonding, people not coming to know each other better, and when people coming to know each other better, they also work together better. That's how we also see so that we can improve our success.
Okay. Leo, Deborah, do you have anything to say?
I think Fernando and Wilson made really great points, and I think really innovative ideas to bring actually also in other countries and other areas. For me, simply how to bond with Leos is over service activities. Like, we should not forget our really fundament of our organization, and like for us, every time you did an activity with someone, you start bonding, you start working together. It starts with planning with the organization, and then it comes to the activity itself. So we should never forget about this. But the ideas Fernando and Wilson were pitching are great and should be implemented in any multi-district or district.
Okay, so let's move on to our final question. Do you have any words of advice for Leos joining us for the session who want to make a greater impact in their club, district, multiple district, or even at the international level? How about Leo Fernando?
Yeah, well, we've all been speaking about our experiences all over the world, and I think that that's something that should encourage Leos from all over the world to do greater and better service, and to meet people from all over as well. That's one of the objectives that we have here, is to get people to know each other and to work together. That's what makes our organization so good and maybe better than some others, and that we have all the experience from all over the world to make this even better and to improve day by day. So an advice for Leos joining this session would be to get in touch with someone else. Try to do it as regularly as you can, and try to get into this kind of events to know people from all over the world, and try to work together with club, at least start by making something with a club from your district and then from another district, and that way you will get friends forever and friends for life that you will never forget, and you will have the chance to get to know the world through other people's eyes as well.
And if I can come in briefly here, I think that the one thing, I think completely agreeing with everything Fernando says, is take advantage of all of the opportunities that we have presented at the international level. I know when I was a Leo, it was so intimidating for me to see all of these people and all the things that they had accomplished. And I thought that I could never do stuff at the international level because we had all these people. We have 170,000 Leos worldwide. And I thought that, I'll just be one of those 170,000. I didn't need to take a leadership role. But I'd like to remind you, and I think all of us can speak to that as members of the advisory panel, we are here to represent you, and we're here to involve you and build your leadership skills. We want Leos like you, attendees like you, to come on and join us on the panel, join us at the international level, because that's what makes our association such a great association, because we have all these individual thinkers from across the world that contribute to everything that we do. And Leo Deborah and Leo Line Wilson, I'd also like to hear your thoughts on this. We also have another question here, which I want to highlight from PDG Zeynep from Turkey, which is she wants to know what our thoughts are on how Lions can empower Leos.
First of all, I think Ojas is a perfect example. This week we gave him actually the award of like Mr. Likely to become international president. Not sure of what, but he will be an international president. And yeah, he's a great example of how to take actually challenges up. Like have fun, people. Like this is the most important thing, the fundament of everything. Like enjoy it, enjoy the challenges you're giving here, and then it's so easy. And also like try to find a group of people first to enjoy working with, and even sometimes you don't enjoy working with everyone, still try to see the challenge in it and try to experience your personal growth from it. This is so important, and it will carry you much wider than you think. Maybe Wilson wants to say something before we come to Zeynep's question.
No. I think, thank you, Leo Deborah. I think you have highlighted the major fundamentals as well. Maybe just to add on is inclusion as well. I believe whenever you're doing everything as Lions, whenever you're planning, especially on any event, it's also great to include the Leos in the planning stage. It's also great to hear their thoughts when we are planning for a service a service activity as well. And for example, when working with Leos as well, how to make a greater impact is allow the Leos to make mistakes. This is some of we also learn from the mistakes that we also do as Leos, and from that you also mentor and give direction from there. So that also assists the collaboration between Leos and Lions to be better and to grow together, and also move on with the same vision as well. I think that's with that we will do better together as Leos and Lions.
Yeah, I also want to point out, this has been a question like for, I don't want to say centuries, but just for like decades, how Lions can actually like motivate Leos to do the transition to Lions. So here's just one advice for you, for all Lions. Please don't start when we are almost 30. Like, please start way in the beginning. Like, I think it's a shame that sometimes Lions just see the membership itself, but not the person behind it. Like, get to know the character, get to know them when they are 22, 23, and see if they really fit in your club, right? Go with them the journey. Like, Leo and Lion journey is not so different from each other. Like, as Ojas, I have a Lion in my family too, my dad, but he became a Lion after I became a Leo. So we did it the other way around. And still, like, we go to international conventions together. So we are doing, like, we always call say this is a journey we do together. So therefore, I'm already willing to join a Lions club because I know them for years. I've grown with them. So, but I can imagine if I'm a Leo, I have never contact with a Lions club for the past years, and then I'm suddenly 30, and then Lions are like approaching me. What benefit is there? So start to get to know the Leos way in the beginning, start their journey together, and then the transition is so much easier.
And I think if I can provide the final word on this, I think what Deborah is saying is so important, that the only way that Leos are going to stay with our association is that if they have that emotional attachment to being a Lion, that they aspire to become a Lion. I think one example that I'll give is that mentorship is such a key thing, that Leos are here to learn from the Lions. Lions have such great experiences working in civic life, in their professional and academic circles. And that's something that Leos want to take an example from and learn from them, how they can become the future leaders of our association. And unfortunately, I hate to cut you off, Ivanka, but that does bring us to the end of time. This has been a very good panel discussion on everything that's for Leos. I think we'll just now spotlight a few of the things that we have upcoming. As you all know, we're coming to the end, unfortunately, of our Lead with a Vision series for this year. We've been doing it for the past 30-odd weeks. We're looking to go strong into 40. So I'll just highlight the episode that we have tomorrow. We have a special celebration of the 104th charter anniversary of Lions Clubs International, which is going to be happening tomorrow, regarding the exact history of Lions across the world. So first, we're going to hear from our past international presidents, past international directors, as well as a few of our Leos to talk a little bit about how Lionism got started and where it puts us today. And then I'll also spotlight our regular episode, which is going to be happening next Sunday, which is June the 13th. And it's going to be on Leos and the Foundation with Lion Rebecca Dow, our executive administrator of Lions Clubs International Foundation, and of course, her team, who are going to talk to us about the opportunities for Leos to get involved with the service impact of LCIF. So at this time, I'd like to thank all of our hosts, Leo Ivanka especially, as well as our presenters today, Leo Lion Wilson, Leo Deborah, and Leo Lion Fernando, for all of their support and all of our endeavors. Thank you all so much for joining us, and a special thanks to all of you who continue to support us week after week. As always, there is an attendance certificate which you can claim using the link that has been provided in the chat. And please continue to follow us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube so you never miss an episode of Lead with a Vision. Once again, thank you all so much, and I'll turn it over to Ivanka to say the final word.
Okay, thank you. So, thanks for watching this episode of Lead with a Vision, and we hope to see you there next